Hello and welcome back. I am Nidanoski, and here we are with more Night of the Full Moon. Now, in preparation for the new engineer class that's coming out, and I'm very excited about that, we are going to continue on with the last two classes, and I was a bit surprised when I realized what they were to complete the hard difficulty for what they are. Now, we did adventure mode, we've done multiple classes, that was done some time ago, but I didn't quite realize that I hadn't done hard 5 with the knight, perhaps the one that I have the easiest time with, or the ranger, one of the most fun classes. And so tonight we're going to do the ranger and try to get that done. I'm hoping for a gold build because I think that is one that is really hard to do right out of the gate. But if you do it right and continue getting those gold cards, get lucky with that, by the end it can be an incredibly powerful deck. Real quick before I get started, another channel just shouted out some of our work. I make characters, and I've made Red the Soul Hunter character for a game called Popup Dungeon. I'll link the video in the description below, but above that, I will link Icon Gaming, that's Icon with a 0 instead of an O. They recently featured one of our characters, the Death Star. I checked out their channel. I think that if you enjoy our work, you may very well enjoy their work. They're so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Maybe go give them a look, see if their content you like, and let them know that you came from Nidanoski. I'll link that below again, and you can always check out their channel in our channel description. But to get started with Night of the Full Moon, I've already pre-selected the stitches and the butterfly guard. That has been changed from when I was trying to do the curse purification with the ranger. I've done that video and I'll link that below as well. With this though, I was kind of hesitant as to what to pick for the third. Apprentice Cook would get us some wild cards, and that would be really great under certain circumstances, particularly the one if we go the archaeologist build, but I'm not going to go that build today if the cards allow it. I was thinking the knight armor, but they're very situational. The barrel acrobat could allow for some very quick skill use. However, in the spirit of what we're trying to accomplish, I'm going to do the nobleman portrait gold +4. This doesn't really help the artifact, but it's in the same theme. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We'll pick our cards. Steel, very good. And do we want to do poison? I'm thinking not. We're going to skip this particular selection and enter. Now, I always forget to do stitches at the very beginning. So secret weapon will deal damage when we run out of cards, which is fair. I'm happy to do the reindeer warrior early on. It's one of the enemies I really absolutely hate facing. He'll use his card to knock that out of our hand and do some massive damage. He can do very large damage at every stage of diary mode. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, I would have loved to have done the butterfly early on. Okay, nothing here that really fits what we're going for. Let's keep going. And of course on hard 5 we don't heal hardly at all. Let's do hemorrhage. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what we get. Okay, they're going to knock our cards out next time we make an attack. Let's go ahead and take their stuff, shall we? And since they will... Okay, perfect. Oh, we're just not getting the cards we really need. Dodge the first damage. That would be done. I'm going to go ahead and give it a pass. We're still going to go for our diver gloves. It just may mean that we may need to start over if we don't start getting the gold cards we need. In the meantime, if you're unfamiliar with the diver gloves, they'll deal 1 damage when you get gold coins in battle, plus 1 damage for each 10 gold coins you get in combat, which is why our earlier selection, the Nobleman's Portrait, doesn't really help us since it's after combat. Now, this will stack up over and over and over again. Let's go ahead and get going. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So you can see we're already doing damage. It's up to 2. And it can get pretty devastating, particularly if you double it and get the prank card if you've built up. So use gold cards whenever you can when doing this. The next damage, yeah, we're gonna pass. The problem with gold cards is they always exile. Now there are ways to get around that once you get some of the powerful cards, and we'll have access to powerful cards per choices that we make in the diary mode. If you're new to diary mode, we're going to have events. Yes, please, I'll steal your stuff. We're going to have events which will help us out. We're going to need some protection. Maybe I'll get some dodge cards when they come up. But we really want to focus on... There we go. Okay, now these are cards that you want regardless of whether or not you select any of the equipment or any of the special equipment cards. Accelerate is slightly better than Zeal. Zeal will deal a damage, and if you're going a bleed deck, you might actually choose Zeal before Accelerate. Accelerate, though, is such an awesome card. I really can't help but getting it. So let's hold on. Accelerate. We could copy that again, but right now it's not really helping us. Let's pick up a blessing. So at this point, draw an additional card at the start of each combat. Not going to help us much later on. Max health. This, I'm going to go for that just because our healing is going to be diminished. And here we go against the elite. Now, unfortunately, Portly Devil can be a difficult one to go against the elite, primarily because he prevents so much damage. But we're not doing a lot of damage right now, so I'm not that upset. This is only going to do 3 damage. And then an extra 1 because of the bleed. If you're going bleed, he's not a bad one to face. Or really anyone that offers an additional source of damage. Much better than other enemies, and that's one of the hard parts with Night of the Full Moon. Your bosses are random. And some elites are more powerful than others. That's just the way it is. Okay. So we can draw cards. We can discard a card and deal 11. And it only has a cooldown of 2. Or we can discard our... That has a cooldown of 4, though. I'm going to go with the pure damage as kind of a source if we need it. And of course, Gargoyle Warden cancels out the first card we play. We're up to 3 damage per gold. And that's really good. We'll make sure to try to remember not to do Accelerate at the start of our turn. Yes, cancel that out. One of the biggest problems I have, at least while recording, is I'm so focused on getting out information to you. We're going to go ahead and discard that to do our 11. that I often forget to, stop and actually do the important parts. You can cancel that. Oh, so close. We should finish the Gargoyle Warden next turn. We are not doing enough damage. Now, it looks like we're doing good. Hold on. You can cancel that. It looks like we're doing good. We aren't. We're just not doing enough damage with our cards yet, and we're going to hit a wall real quick. Unfortunately, that's what can happen if you go the gold build and don't get the gold cards. Okay. There we go. Let's see, at the start of your turn, the enemy gains bleed. We're going to do that. It does actually synergize well. Do we want to get a prank card for 60 gold? Normally I say no, but we're going to need something, so I'm going to say yes this time. We'll see if it's a bad decision later. Okay. Since we're going to be getting bleed, I'm going to go ahead and hold off. Yeah, the Moonkin Prophet is one of the ones you don't want to face as an elite early on. As you can see, he's already taken most of my health. And yeah, let's do that. And we'll see where this goes. He has very powerful cards. He upgrades them. He uses them early. He's going to steal all that mana. Oh, whoops. Let's add more bleed. Okay. And it's over. And I don't have any shame with that. That just didn't get us the cards we needed. We're going to try again. So, let's take a quick look to see if there are cards that could better help us. I'm not going to change Stitches out. Let's get the Castle Thief. I really like the Butterfly for disabling the enemy, but if we're going to go gold, the Castle Thief is really going to help us. As far as the choice, skip, and desire, yes. As far as the choice to get the prank, that really didn't affect the outcome of that last battle. Not all monsters are made equally, and facing a monster like the Moonkin or like the Reindeer at that stage with the deck that we had, it really just wasn't helping us out. Okay. Yeah, there's our Castle Thief. And really, that's what we should have chosen the first time. Okay. Gaining health, very important. Oh, I've been forgetting the Stitches, haven't I? I talked about getting going. Now, we did a prank deck with the Ranger just a bit ago, and I still love that deck. How it worked is we got those prank attack cards that we would play as we did action cards. Draw 2, discard one of them. This could be helpful. Okay, let's get Stitches. That's useful. And we're going to get the Diver Gloves again. Yeah, I love the prank video. I know that everyone has their favorites, but that was accidental and just plain fun. Okay. And all right. Oh, I ended turn. I should have not. Okay. No! Oh, Golden Dagger. Golden Dagger is one of the best cards to get for the Diver build. And we're going to see exactly why. Deal 1 damage 4 times and gain 4 gold. So anytime we can gain gold, very useful. Transform your hand. No, we're going to grab after image. And then we're going to... It's very tempting to go with action +1. But at this stage, we're going to pick a blessing and upgrade a card. We're going to upgrade our golden dagger so that it provides an additional gold. And we're going to pick hemostatic. This is turning out to be a much better build. But of course, we face the reindeer as our elite. We're going to want to keep cards in our hands, so I'll do hemorrhage. After image. Ooh, draw 2 cards. Discard 1. And I'm going to let him decide what he wants to knock out of our hand. It'll deal an extra 10 damage if he doesn't have a card to knock out. Let's go ahead and... I almost kept that in to have a higher chance to keep Golden Dagger, because typically he'll run at me with at least 1, possibly 2. After image to keep our action economy up, and reindeer is defeated. Yeah, this is so far going a little bit better. Via the top 3 of the enemy deck and put 1 into your hand, deal 3 damage. Next damage you deal from a card will be doubled. None of these are really great. I'm going to do prediction. Because that will be very helpful early on. Yeah. Oh, next card we play better be drawing us a card or getting us gold. Yep. Now the goat here knocks us out every 4 cards. Yes, and Castle Thief. Now the Jewel Dagger, it can be useful in a bleed deck. Mercenary, choose 1 and get 1 from 3 random cards. That's a good way to get gold every once in a while. Duplicate the first action you use each combat. Make the same. Now, in this, many of the gold cards we have, like Desire, are action cards. They all exile themselves. Yeah, let's grab that. This can be a pretty painful elite card to have, but because we get more actions than other classes, it's so far okay. Before we decide what to do, ooh, there's some good choices here. Let's do Castle Thief, and right now we're up to 6 damage with our gloves, so that's working out. And every time we hit that 10 gold threshold, that's going to go up. So Golden Dagger, very nice. What do we have from this? Okay. And yeah, we're going to need more actions. Typically you can buy more actions depending on the merchant, and we won't be at a shortage for money. It's getting a little dicey. Okay, we're going to discard that. Can we do 18 damage? And if not, can we just heal? So right now, we'll do 8 damage with that. That means we need to do 10 more. And that's our best bet. We need to do 4. So with our 8. So right now we can't, but we'll do hemorrhage. And there we go. Now after... Alright, action economy says we get another after image. Alright. Duplicate the desire. Very nice on the after image. Let's go and do that. Up to 7 damage. Perfect. Just keep those in hand. I don't know why I'm keeping some cards in hand. I think it's from our Curse Purification run. Yeah, let's do that. And what do we get here? Draw 1 card. Enemy loses all mana. I'm going to get the armor. And we're going to do that. I should have just basic attacked. Curse Purification, you don't want to play too many cards. And I went through quite a few games getting that down. Okay. We're going to need another action. Let's grab Hasty Healing. Ooh, Agility will be good when we get that to go off. Let's do our 3 damage and our 8 damage, and we'll lose out on Hemorrhage. Okay. Let's do Hasty Healing. And you want to make sure that... Okay. You want to make sure that when you can heal before you end a battle, go ahead and do so. Alright, every 3 times you deal damage, deal 1 piercing. It can be very useful. Zeal will help us go through cards. Let's go ahead and get that. Ah, perfect. I love the Bard. Let's grab the Bard. I do love the Bard. Out of all of the events, that's probably my favorite one. Let's grab that. Now, the Foreign Assassin, double the damage you deal on the first turn and half the damage you would take. There is an achievement I haven't gotten where you kill the Foreign Assassin with the Fatal Fork on the first turn, I believe it is. We're going to go ahead and end turn because we don't want to do our Diver Glove damage on a half damage basis. Okay. I mean, it looks like we're going to have to do one of them. Let's go and do Poison. And... Alright. So we'll go ahead. Since we're all out of actions, do that. Ouch. That hurt. Okay, wonderful. Let's gain that armor. 16 armor is not bad. Make them hemorrhage. What do we have here? Sure. And as you can see, bleed with those dagger abilities, very useful. We'll do my Castle Thief. Next source of damage, so probably Desire, but we will see. Will knock him out. Oh, no. Our Blessing knocks him out. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip. And we are up to 225 gold, so whatever merchant we get, it's going to be good. Oh, Inebriate, come on. That's okay. Oh, actually, Inebriate for us can be very profitable. Let's see. Let's do that. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be very painful as well. Okay. Let's grab the Bard. And... yes, please. You can be poisoned twice. And we'll grab Hasty Healing again. And that's because the cards that we're choosing can choose exiled or already picked cards. So he's going to take quite a bit from poison. We'll do Bard again. And I'm actually going to go do dodge. We have two sources of 25% dodge. Now this is important as a distinction. We do not have 50% dodge. We have two checks for his attacks to make. Okay, we'll get another one of those, end our turn. He'll take more poison damage. Okay. Here's our wonderful Bard again. Yeah, you can draw 2 less cards. Ah, there we go. And I'll do that. Okay. Bard. I like the idea of extra actions. Of course, that. Let's sober up again. Get 5 more gold. Very profitable for us. Ooh. Now, cut the purse is not an action, so already it's better, but it also deals 6 damage. So while we're getting 1 less gold, a fully upgraded cut the purse is going to do it for us. Transform 1 card, that'll be our basic attack. Bomb is good. That means that we're going to have less. Okay. So at the start of each combat, get a random treasure. This wasn't the one I wanted, but it works. And here we're spending all of that hard-earned money. We have 1 more. Okay. And so you see the gold build has an added effect where, you know, later on when you're shopping, it really helps. Okay. Let's grab that. And our diver glove, it's up to 11, but thanks to our newly acquired blessing, all of our equipment does 1 more damage. Now, I will say, Doorlock is really great for the dagger build, even though it's an archery build. It's also great for the bow and arrow that we get. Let's see. I don't really want any of these. And we're going to do the golden dagger. And end our turn. I think we're doing much better this time, and Castle Thief is a great reason why. Let's see what we can get. And deal 6. Now you do heal at the end of elites. Alright, and here's where it gets good. Normally I would always tell you to get agile shooting. But when getting the gold, remember all gold cards exile themselves. Panning allows you to get panning. So you're getting 1 gold every time. But you're doing, what, 12 damage every time you play that? 24 if you can double it. Let's get our Stitch. You have a 20% chance. We're going to choose a rare blessing. Let's see. And we're going to take fast reactions. Okay, cheese trap. Lose door lock. We do want another rare blessing. And unfortunately, I'm going to say we're going to lose door lock. Let's see what our rare blessing is. Now, preparedness. You discard your hand. Considering what we have as our... when your equipment deals damage, deal 1 damage. That can be useful, and it would have been useful if we had door lock. But preparedness is really good. We have our meteor strikes. And we can start picking up cards that have an effect on discard. Okay, I'm kind of afraid to face the gecko, because the gecko is going to copy all these blessings. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Of course, action economy first. We're actually going to get rid of that. Okay. And that's the hard part. We really need to buy more action points or get more action points if we can. Yeah, every time we dodge, he takes damage. Bard, what will you give us today? Okay, so this is going to take effect twice. It'll do 30 damage on discard. So this is our last turn. I'll do that as well. Okay, so we have 2 actions. We may as well get those out of the way. Ah! We did get some gold. Okay, accelerate, as I said, very good. Both of those other cards were cards on discard. Would have been good choices too. Alright, so as far as our diver gloves go, we are up to 13 damage apiece, and because we have our cheese trap, it's 14. So you can see 6 damage and 14, 20 damage for that one card. And it's really going well for us. Yeah, preparedness is a good... under the right circumstances, it's really good. Under the wrong circumstances, not so much. And Bard, what will you have for us today? For each card in your hand. In this case, there we go. To 16 damage. Let's end our turn. Is this enough? Not yet. We probably want to start deleting cards depending on our next purchases. We do want actions if they become available. Okay. And here's our panning. And we'll skip that. Search, delete 1 card. Now this, what do we want to delete? I'm tempted to delete incentive. It really isn't good for our action economy. And so as I go over this, anything with gold automatically stays, of course. Armor stays because we don't have much. Mercenaries cost 0 and get us a card, so it's free for our action economy, and it's not that bad for our draw economy. Up here, basic attack would be the thing to do if we weren't a little bit action starved, since incentivize is good for draw, but it's just bad for our action economy. I'd rather have a basic attack than an incentivize. Okay. So here we go, getting panning early on, very great. Let's go ahead and give them a... Ooh. Yeah, because we'll be getting panning next turn as well. I'll do that. Oh, no, we won't. Actually... That's beautiful. Yep. Okay, there we are. What do you have for us today? Yes, please. I love the Bard. And let's do our 9 damage. So you can see Under the right circumstances, another golden dagger would be great. Oh, remember how I said I was afraid against going against the chameleon? He's an elite. So there's that. We're gonna do our cooldown on him. And we're gonna do his basic attack. Accelerate. Ah, there we go. Now let's get this out of the way. We have 3 left. Let's see what the knight will give us. And with you... So unfortunately, Desire goes to the bottom of the list. You copy all of our blessings. Yay. You deal a lot of damage. And we're going to be dodge killing each other. Okay. Let's do our panning. And yet, let's make sure we do that. Yeah, we're going to be dodge killing each other. For that reason, armor is necessary. I would maybe avoid using the meteor darts to avoid the dodges. And it's whoever can dodge kill the other at this point. Okay. Oh, I don't know why. And the problem with discarding meteor darts is they'll go into our deck. And they'll just clog up our deck. Apparently they're clogging up his deck too. You know, let's give that another go. This is really the worst case scenario, having him as an elite. We're going to do choose. Get our dodge increase. Absolutely. He's not dodging yet. And again, I'll do this. Ooh, well, we can do a flat 5 before he dodges. Or a flat 10. Okay, he's gonna dodge. Meteor darts will clog us up. Excellent. Okay, we're having much better results on this. It really doesn't matter what we discard. We're going to discard all of them. So all those blessings we bought, just terrible. So if the bard comes around, we want to focus on our own dodge. That's going to be our best way of winning. At least, you know, action point allowing. Discard your hand, draw 2 cards. Oh, isn't that going to be killer? Okay. Let's do our panning. This may end it. This will end it for someone. Okay. And draw 2. That has a shorter cooldown. And Mercenary Squad is not a bad thing to have. So pick a random. So lose the shadow. You know what? Lose the accessory. Let's see. Sacrifice a rare accessory. Lose blessing preparedness. Oh. You know what? That's not helping us as much as I was hoping. We're going to get 2 rare blessings. So, first one. And second one. For some reason, I thought we were going to choose that. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and choose that. Are we really up to that much damage? Okay. Unfortunately, we missed the opportunity, it looks like, to... we didn't get the event to double our diver's gloves. That's a shame, but that's the way it is. I don't know why I did backstab so early. I'll do that. Aha. Okay. And there is our Castle Thief. Alright, at the start of your turn, yes please. There we go. Confession is not a bad card to have. I'll save my mercenary for the elite. Let's go ahead and grab that. Making a few mistakes, but that is just fine. What do you have, Forest Bard? Extra action points. Very nice to see. There's our panning. Okay. Now let's get rid of that. I'm gonna skip. Oh, here? This is new. So, normally, I haven't experienced Obsidian Mirror before. Normally, it's the print card. So, lose 1 HP for each card you play. Transform cards you play into Craw? We want a copy. Okay. Of our diver gloves. Oh, into claws. Ah, here we are. So right now, we have all 3 equipped. And we can start deleting cards if we wanted to. But no, I'm going to go with an extra action. And as we delete, now that we have extra actions, I will be picking the basic attack. Okay, and one of the reasons why I did that, we may be transforming cards we play into claws, and that's unfortunate for our bard. But our panning card comes back. And that means now we are going to be dealing with our mouse trap blessing, or cheese trap. 23, 46 damage per gold gain. So here we're seeing the true fruition, which is to say we just killed our elite in 1 hit. Yeah, we can grab some extras. I'm going to go ahead and skip this. We've seen it so many times on this channel. If you haven't seen it before, I've done Diary Hard modes before. I recommend going in and checking those out as well. All right. Let's after image, accelerate. Bard, what do you have? All right, there we go. Start of your turn, gain 1 action for each card you have played and exiled. We'll get our talisman. Now we're going to have some interesting trouble with him based on our claws, but let's see what we get. Okay, we'll grab that. Oh, very nice. Our longbow will be very helpful. And what do we have? We'll do that. Okay. Hey, you broke our longbow. Better that than other cards, I suppose. Yeah, let's get our dodge going. What do you have for us, Bard? Okay. We dodge and deal damage right back. And of course, our panning. I think we're good. Okay, 50. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll get 2 at the start. That was fortunate for us. Here we're facing Stitches, which reminds me we haven't been using our blessing. And let's get that bleed going. Wow. We're up to, yeah, that's, without the extra bonuses, that's 50 damage total by a total divided between the 2 sources, making our gold gains. When you cast the spell, sure. Incredibly powerful. And Bard, what do you have for us? In this case, either way we draw, so agility, of course. And again, an elite goes down. Let's grab our longbow. That will be helpful. And we get our preparedness back. I thought we were through with you. Thank you, Stitches, I guess. Well, with our extra actions, it's not the worst thing in the world. But as we discovered, it was hurting us. There's our panning. And speaking of panning, let's hit him with the pan. Okay. Going down. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip. We're already to the lake, which means we're almost through with this. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Pick a normal blessing. get a death coin. Now, death coins don't really help us out. Ooh, copy a card. Yeah, we will copy a card. Normally, I would copy the bard, but with the bard's... Well, yeah, let's go ahead and copy the bard. And here's our donkey-eared boss. Okay. Let's... Do I want to do this? Now, while we're here... Yeah, we're going to gain 1 gold. Do massive amounts of damage. We have panning at the very start, which is very fortunate. While we're here, I do plan on making Red or the Carpenter into another pop-up dungeon character. And again, if you haven't seen that, we make her into a character in another game called Pop-Up Dungeon. I've done a video on it. I very much enjoy it. Let me know down below which of the characters you want us to do. I think I'm going to do the Carpenter either way. Discard 1 card from hand. Yeah, we're just going to discard that. What are we going to do? Yeah, Lunacy works. Dodge. Dodge is very nice. He's not really standing a chance, is he? I think I'm going to do the Carpenter either way, but I'd love to hear if any of you are even interested in seeing her be turned into a tabletop character. Let's see. And also, don't forget to check out Icon Gaming's channel down below. Very close to getting that 1,000 subscribers. Let them know that you came from here. I'd love to get that YouTube support going around. Get 2 actions. Gain 3 mana. And there we go. Let's see. Yes, please. And anytime we can draw that card or draw cards. Okay. So much easier doing it this way than with all those negative blessings when we did the curse purification. That dodge, just very powerful. This is probably... Oh, there's our panning. This is definitely probably one of our more powerful builds that we've done. Discard 2 cards from your hand. I'll discard those. And, of course, draw 2 cards. Okay. So we have nothing but claws at this point. But don't forget, we get a panning every single turn. Along with these meteor darts. So it was still worth it. I'd say if we didn't have panning, that would not be a good thing to do, or to have done. We also get cards every time we play 7 different cards. So it's not like we are completely crippled. But at this point, we are very much relying on dodging. Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. He's going to do 20 damage at the start of his next turn. Okay, but we'll finish you off with a claw. It was close. We've had this at the end of our first diary mode, but I understand not everyone comes to our first videos. So if you're new here, I appreciate you stopping by. And really, this is the type of content we enjoy on this. So before I get to our deck, I just want to say thank you for watching. It really helps us out knowing that people out there are enjoying our content. And I want to say that the gold run is very fun. Ranger, it has so many fun combinations that you can go so many different ways. When I first talked about its three legendary equipments, diver gloves being one of them, I partially complained that, none of them really fit the themes I like to play. And the themes I like to play really went to the werewolf. The werewolf has the action economy that the ranger started out with, and they chose to go a different direction in kind of a versatility, bleed, damage. I mean, if you're going bleed, longbow is definitely the way to go. But you can see that if you just take the time to understand how those equipments work with the cards that they've added, it can be good. And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to with the with the engineer class that's coming out, is taking the time to understand it. Now, way back when I did my very first Hard 7, it was the Soul Hunter that I did, and that took some time. And so, when we get it out, let me know if you want to see me playing the normal games, or if you want me to wait until I get Hard 7s. And if they add it to Diaries, fingers crossed, Hard 5. I don't think they'll be adding it to Diary mode, but it would be really great. If you want to see other types of content, check out the channel below. I really recommend checking out the Red Pop-Up Dungeon to see what we did to make Red the Soul Hunter into a tabletop RPG character. And in the meantime, thank you so much. Thank you for considering giving Icon Gaming a chance. I am Nidanoski, and as always, have fun.